Learn how to make these adorable little marzipan Christmas trees using a Modak mold, and these are stuffed with a delicious coconut filling. I'm going to start with a simple filling. Just heat up some butter. I have 3 tablespoons of butter here, and I'm going to add in half a cup, that's 40 grams of nuts. I've used almonds and walnuts. You can use any nuts that you like. Just make sure that they're chopped fine. Next, I will add 3/4 of a cup, that's approximately 50 grams of sweet desiccated coconut. I prefer to use desiccated instead of fresh, as it will have a longer shelf life. You also need a dry filling for this recipe, and fresh coconut is too moist. Next, I'm going to add a 1/4 cup, about 20 grams of raisins and dried cranberries. Mix this together and add a few tablespoons of water to bring it together. And keep it aside. To make the marzipan, I'm going to add 100 grams of ground almonds or almond flour to a food processor. Add 200 grams of icing sugar, and I like to process this together first. I like to do this so the icing sugar absorbs all of the excess oil from the almonds. Next, add in a few drops of almond essence. And finally, I will drizzle in 2 egg whites. Add this in a little bit at a time. You may not need to use all of the egg white. If your paste is looking too wet, add more icing sugar and almond flour, and if it looks too dry, add a bit more egg white or even water. Normally, when I make my marzipan for Christmas, I cook the marzipan first and then I color it. But it's so much easier when you're making one color and you just add the food coloring right into the food processor. I'm going to reserve a little portion so I can color it yellow for the stars later. And I will add a drop of food coloring right into the processor. Always remember to add only a little bit at a time. It's better to have a lighter shade than to go too far with the color. This is now looking good. I'm just going to scrape it onto a microwavable plate. And I'm going to cover it with cling film. I like to zap this in the microwave for 10 seconds at a time, and I always do it 3 times, giving it a short break in between. The heat ensures that the egg white is cooked. Once it's out, I will add the yellow food coloring in and mix it. The marzipan needs to cool down and air dry now so I can knead it. This could take anywhere from a few hours to overnight, depending on the consistency of your marzipan and the humidity in your home. This is a totally optional step, but I'm going to be adding in 2 tablespoons of chopped pistachios into the green marzipan, and I will mix it. My marzipan is now ready to use, and I'm going to start with the stars. Just keep the icing sugar handy to roll out, as the marzipan tends to get sticky when it warms up. Using this super cute star cutter, I'm just going to cut out some star shapes and leave it aside. You can also use small candy decorations if you don't have a star cutter. For the tree, I will be using my Modak mold. I have not oiled it as I don't need any extra oil transferring to the marzipan. Take a portion of the dough and push it into the mold, pressing on the sides and making sure there are no empty spots in between. Using a small spoon, spoon the filling into the center cavity. Now take more marzipan and seal it. Gently unmold it and you have the makings of a great tree. To secure the stars, I've made a small batch of royal icing and I tinted it in a similar color. Add a small dollop and secure the star on top. I will also add some stars around the tree as well. And for a little sparkle and festive touch, I'm going to be adding these silver balls. These are so cute. Let's make a few more. These Marzipan Christmas trees are so versatile and completely customizable. You could do a fruitcake filling or make it with milk cream instead of marzipan. It's for you to enjoy.